August 16th, 2024. Believe it or not, with everything, still, yesterday, where I told you that I was outside that apartment a couple Saturdays back, in 18, they said they had a voice alternator, okay, that they can make you sound like anybody. They even said they had a hearing out. Hearing out on a lot. But they also had a recording of FBI Agent John's voice, that all the drug dealers, when they started out and they started talking at their phone in their trucks, it sounded like him. Okay? Every one of them. You drive by and it sounded like him talking all the time. Real loud. Watched a guy walk out of the gas station, put his hoodie up over his head, get in, start his car, and start talking, and it sounded just like him. They called it a voice alternator. Okay. Yesterday, people were talking. It was actually Pete. They looked into it. It was Pete that was outside that apartment where she was at on that Saturday morning. He had that voice alternator to sound like that other guy. It was him out there making fun of her. Where I said it sounded like the guy I was seeing, where he sometimes would make like a baby voice. Sounded like him without doing it. It was a little bit different, but he sounded just like him. Forgot about the voice thing that they had, that they can take you speaking, and they put it through that thing, and now they sound like you. I got one of the FBI agents on the altar. Okay? Go on Google. They have apps that do that. Pete is a rapist. Pete is a drug cartel. July 8th, 24. He was at Altman Hospital Billing Department 9:10 in the morning, confessing that he hired those men to come here. He ordered them to come here. He paid for them to come here. He paid for them to do everything to me. Full confession. People are like, what are they waiting for? That old drug dealer confess. He's also a rapist and a serial killer. He was outside that apartment, stalking me, mocking me. What is it going to take for someone to arrest his dangerous ass? See, people even have said over the last few days, they don't care who Will said he's going to get off this case. They don't. None of this is funny. I've even had investigators saying the police don't even believe him anymore. Where they all know he told on me before he talked to me. They all know he stole my money, and he was telling them that he was doing it to get the drug cartel. They don't believe him anymore. Why'd you believe him in the first place? Seriously. You do realize those idiots, it was a complete sideshow walking into that FBI office. You can't harm anybody but in self-defense. Ever. You go to jail for it. That idiot ex-husband with his teenage girlfriend saying he hired a drug dealer to drug me, rape me, stalk me, cyber stalk me, sell pornography on porn sites, sell kiddie porn on my grandkids going potty, sextortion of photoshopping and washing, and racketeering of drug confessions, and attempted extortion under all of that. And human trafficking me, and it was a drug cartel you hired? And that agent Didn't arrest him for, oh my God, what did you idiots do? Today, outside Bueller's with me. Last night, I had a horrible nightmare. Reliving being raped and human trafficked, and men attacking me, and flashes of faces and being hurt, and then flashes and being beat. I came up out of my sleep. I could, my whole flat body was clenching. It was me, them hurting me. I could feel the pain in my sleep. And I come up when they were beating me in my sleep because it really actually happened. And we're living it in a dream. It was horrifying. There was this lady that's been investigating everything. She's up in Akron. I was watching her last night. The way she was flying, I thought she was having a seizure. And she woke up and said that she was having a nightmare of what she lived through. They said they tortured her. I don't doubt it. The way she was flying around and came up, I thought she was having a seizure after everything they did to her. I know. Have a crushed skull. Been raped, tortured, human trafficked, almost shot driving. There's a shooting night. I had to hide not to get killed. And these people were drugging, eating, and raping me before I called FBI. Setting up their sextortion scam, cover up 4 attempts of murder. An agent had them nailed the first day. Men were talking in the Circle restaurant. Some big guys walked in while I was sitting down with my friend. There were a couple tables over, and they said, John could go to jail for this, for helping them out. Yeah. You can't aid and abet crimes no matter what. And feed a victim calling for help back to the cartel. Those guys were saying she didn't even know the cartel was involved. No, it was supposed to be information on the Dave and the churches. I knew nothing. They were using amnesia drugs. Thought the dirty wrong water was killing me. Going to the doctor all summer long. I don't know what's wrong with me. And until after I called the FBI, did they make it well unknown and made sure that I knew it was them hurting me. They had them nailed before the case started. They used the case and got over 1,000 bad guys. Where they talk about the countrywide human trafficking scam. Were actually a big piece of it. Got over 1,000 bad guys. Where the marshals showed up last year, where the U.S. Marshals were going to be taking care of this. Got 801 swoop. 3 weeks later. Then they got another 160 out of Summit County in September, and a whole bunch in between. Like they said, she was part of a really big buzz. Well, let's see. There was an open FBI case with statements for protective home custody, the threat of life with statements with the judge's order. It is being taped by the sheriffs and the police with the judge's order. Like they said, it stands up in court without her. They don't even hear it. Phones liquidly bugged, car, apartments. And all this caught on police surveillance. And listening to, if you guys listen to the recorder line, like they said, you come up out of your chair, that agent admits to telling on me several times. Bullies me, and then lists me a form that man threatens me. It was witnessed by the police telling on me to the call. Seen with talking today at that church when I walked off. They hadn't even spoke to me yet. And then confessed on the reporter line. You told on me. You were about to scam the Pete, laughing how I didn't know, and acts like a crazy occult person. I have a friend that worked at the Stark County prosecutor's office. I told him how that agent talked to me. He said that agent can't talk to you like that. He can't bully you into false statements. He can't even ask you to stay quiet. He's only a higher police officer. Oh, see, that's what some of those guys were mumbling about. We looked at the laws you wrote up. He didn't have the authority to ask her to stay quiet. I know. He's only a higher police officer. Even a criminal attorney in police out of this area in the Stark County prosecutor's office. He's just a higher police officer. It takes a judge and a jury trial for their freedom of speech to take your freedom of speech away. He's only a higher police officer. You can tell whoever you want. He can't open his mouth there. I said, well, I already confessed several times and been seen telling on me for calling the FBI before you talked to me. He said, it doesn't matter. And he can't talk to you that way. And no sitting judge would sign his own and last warrant of taking your freedom of speech away outside a jury trial. The Department of Justice or the state to put that judge in jail. And the police know they can't go along with it. And while I'm talking to the guy from the Stark County prosecutor's office, all these police officers are driving by this McDonald's. Like a line of them. Huh? And he said, and the police know they can't go along with it. And he can't tell anybody they can't help you either. And the money's for working the case and only for working the case. And he can't withhold it and misdirect it. And the way that agent set up that case, you're actually in one of the witness protection programs. He said, informants are different. You stay yourself and you feed them the information. He said, you can tell whoever you want. They can't open their mouths to you. And you get the money for working the case and only for working the case. And the way that agent opened up that case, it can't be closed until the FBI puts you in another witness protection program. They actually tried to kill you. They could always wait and try to kill you again. You can never get out of a witness protection program your whole life. And you get the money for working the case and for working the case. And he can't withhold it. And the police know that. Because that is theft. And he can't ask you to stay quiet. You don't have that kind of authority. It takes a judge. And no judge will take your freedom of speech away outside a jury trial because the Department of Justice put that judge in jail. Criminal attorneys said that too. And police out in this area. It's only important here. See, those big Rep Act guys say things. You uploaded those laws. We didn't think about it. John could go to jail for this. Fourth Amendment, right to privacy. It's a drug cartel running a drug scam. Racketeering is drugs, rape, threats with attempted extortion and money laundering. That's racketeering, RICO. Sextortion, photoshopping, shower scenes, kitty porn, human trafficking, like men drug being raped me under amnesia drugs. So I'd wake up with bruises going up, heart racing, almost passing out, severely infected, thinking it's a wild water, dirty wild water in Washington killing me. And here are sexual predators, sex trafficking videos, voyeurism, taking naked pictures of people without their permission. That Pete Dave, that cult leader, had several life sentences. It's a circus show of, oh my God, you idiots did what? You can't harm anybody but in self-defense, and only self-defense. That's how fucking stupid all this is. Oh, and ladies that were watching me, I heard your voice before, Mommy. Where they said I was tortured, where they said they could have beat me to death. Kept them walking. July to September 19, midnight to 3. I'll be human trafficked between May and July. Instead of 19. They said some guy was taking a payout to let them lately. March 12, 2118, stabbed in the neck, bashed in the head. The LPN said as far as my head is dented in, it should have been fatal. I had migraines for 3 years. Was almost shot in the head driving. November, December 18, there's a shooting night, either Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve of 18. He was caught with the shooters. They killed 2, and I had to hide not to get killed. Phase 6 stalkers in Walmart. It's like a house of horror. 18 and 19. Okay. Get the log and oh my God. And then listen to the recorder line. Like they said, you listen to the recorder line. That agent admitting to telling on me, bullies me, makes me beg for my life, lifts me in the permit, and then threatens me the way he talks to me. Come up out of your chair. And he even makes fun of me for the scam of the drug dealer or the rapist. And he arrested him. He knew everything the case shouldn't even have started. He had them nailed before it started. Instead, he made fun of a rape victim they were running a scam on. I'm gonna